Hey, what's up, guys? Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports. This is our daily show. We are going to be talking about the NBA slate for January 9th that now has 7 games instead of 8. So the Lakers game has been postponed because of all the craziness in California with the fires. So obviously, we're praying for everyone out there. If you live in California, make sure you stay safe. We're praying for you. That's a rough situation.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we've got 4 picks for you. We also, if you missed it, Jordy and I started our own channels as well. So you can go check those out. We both have videos up with extra plays if you guys want to check that out. Are you on my screen right now, Jordy?
I can be. There we go.
I'll just show them real fast. So Jordy's channel is just at JordyBDFS. And you can go follow him. He's got plays up for today's slate as well. And then mine's just at JRussoBDFS. So the same as our handles that we already use. But yeah, this is just opened things up for us to be able to, put together plays on our own time, still collaborate for the daily show. And it's been a lot of fun. So yeah, go check it out. Go subscribe to both of our channels, and we'll be dropping videos every day. And we'll continue to do Backdoor Fantasy Sports videos. So it's been awesome. So let's talk about the recap real fast. I went 1-1. Andrew Nimhard, I took his PRA over 21.5, and he cashed for me, went for 25. And then RJ Barrett did not get it done. He finally didn't have a good outing against his old team. Took him over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He only went for 23. That game got out of hand by like the third quarter. They were, it was kind of like a 20-point deficit. So yeah, and you said you went 1-1 too, Jordy?
Yeah, I took Zubats over 29.5 PRA. This ended up getting bumped up a lot, I think to like 32.5 because Kawhi got ruled out because he had to go be with his family in California. So Zubats got bumped up, but he didn't even get over that 29.5. He went for 21. So it got kind of close, but game got ugly. 103 to 126 was the end score. But we took Brook Lopez first half PRA. You guys could have taken his full PRA. He went for 21 PRA in the first half. He scored actually I think it was 17 points. He had a crazy run. So he went for 22 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. But yeah, he had 21 of those in the first half. So he's been an absolute wagon.
Nice. Awesome. Well, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop us a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to like the video. Show us a little bit of support. You just press a button. Only takes a second, so hook your boys up. But yeah, so we've got 4 plays. These are the plays that we're going to be going with for today. I'm going to be going with Quentin Grimes. I had this at 8.5 rebounds and assists, and then it bumped right before we made the video, but I still like it at 9. So Quentin Grimes, 9 rebounds and assists, taking that for more. And then in the same game, I'm taking Tamani Camara over 15 points and rebounds, getting that on, I think, just about every platform that we cover. Just make sure. Oh, yeah, I'll find a pivot for better because Grimes probably got bumped, but he got removed. Parlay play, we're actually getting Tamani Camara at 14.5 points rebounds, so bigger discount there over on parlay play. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, so for me, I'm taking Scoot Henderson over 20 fantasy score, and then I'm taking Rudy Gobert over 9 points. I'll explain why, but yeah, I'm getting all of these on all platforms. Anywhere you can't get Scoot at 20 fantasy score, I think there's only 1 platform that I'm seeing, and I think it's Underdog where we can't get the fantasy score. Just take the PRA. I'll explain the PRA as well, but yeah, I like in both of those plays.
All right. Well, if you haven't signed up for Better, Underdog, or Parlay Play yet, and you're interested in signing up for those platforms, use code BACKDOOR, and they're going to hook you up. And for Parlay Play in particular, we're also going to hook you up with a month in our premium Discord. Just use code BACKDOOR. Parlay Play is going to give you a 100% deposit match up to $100 and a $5 promo slip. And then you just email us at bdfantasysports@gmail.com. We'll confirm your code was used with Parlay Play, and then we will send you a link to have a month in our premium Discord. For Better, they're going to give you a $200 deposit match and a free pick to help you cash that first slip. And for Underdog, you're going to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick to help you cash your first slip. All that information is down below if you want to diversify the platforms you're playing on, and use our code, and they will hook you up. All right, let's start breaking down the plays. So I've got Tamani Camara up here first. This points rebounds just looks awesome to me. The matchup is kind of middle of the road. To power forwards, 15th in points allowed, 15th in rebounds allowed. So I like him to be able to get this done. Let's take a look at this over under for this game. 220.5 over under. Dallas favored by 7.5, playing in Dallas. And we've got like a decent amount of injuries still for Dallas here. So we've got Luka is still out, Dante Exum out, Daniel Gafford game time decision, Kyrie Irving still out. For the Blazers, Jeremy Grant is still out, and then Robert Williams game time decision, and then Matisse Thybulle still out. And so, yeah, there should be plenty of minutes for Tamani, who's been playing well lately. He's cleared this in 4 out of his last 5 games. And then the only game that he missed it was against Detroit. And he missed it by literally 1 bucket or 1 rebound. Would have cashed him and went for 15. We only need him to go for 16 tonight. So the matchup's looking great. And the history's looking great right now. Let's zoom out a little bit. I think it's like mostly these last 5 games that he's gotten more hot. Actually, it looks pretty decent. 70% hit rate over the last 10 games. And then the head-to-head, let's take a look at that. So the last 3 matchups he's had with them, he's cleared this, but he's gone 4 out of his last 6, and then 1 game he actually just missed it by 1 bucket or rebound. But more recently, if we're looking at this season, the 2 times he's matched up, he's cleared it. So on December 1st, he went for 17 points and 7 rebounds. And then this last outing on December 23rd, he went for 5 points and 12 rebounds. So very impressive on the rebounding. Let's get off of the head-to-head and go back to this last 5 and look at some of these numbers here. So averaging 34.4 minutes per game. 3 fouls, so nothing to be concerned about with him missing time due to getting in foul trouble. 55% from the field on 9.8 attempts per game, averaging 5.4 buckets a game. 37% from beyond the arc, 1.4 made threes on average per game over the last 5 games, and then 10.2 rebound chances per game. So it's all looking solid. We have a note here from Outlier 2. We'll take a look at it. Tamani has exceeded 15.5 points, rebounds in 4 of his last 5 games on the road, in addition to just in his last 5. He's averaging 18.6 points and rebounds on average at an 80% hit rate. So it's looking solid. I'm feeling good about this play. If we take a look at Daily Grind, they love his full PRA, so you could take that too, but he just isn't as active with rebounding the ball. With assisting the ball, and then in the head-to-head, he doesn't get much at all. So I decided to just go points, rebounds. But you can take this full PRA if you want at 16.5. It's at a 51.78% odds to hit the over, according to Daily Grind. They have it at a -126. And then they like his blocks and steals to go over 1.5. They have that at a 51.12% odds to hit the over. Rebounds at 5, they like that, 51.03% odds to hit the over. Fantasy score, they like that to go over too. And then rebounds, assists, they like just about everything. They don't like the points rebounds though. So go with your gut. The one that I chose is the one they don't like. But yeah, you have all these other options here. If you want to pivot to one of those, you can. But I'm going to go points rebounds. That's what he's been cashing more often. So let's move on to Quentin Grimes. This rebounds assist option, I loved it at 8.5. I still actually love it at 9, but man, 8.5 was awesome. But yeah, if we take a look here at the matchup to shooting guards, we got 23rd in rebounds allowed, 18th in assists allowed. We already talked about the over-under for this game. Shouldn't be really much of a blowout. I'm kind of surprised that Dallas is still favored by 7.5, considering all of the stars they have out. But hopefully that just means we have a competitive game. He's cleared this in 3 out of his last 5. And then 1 more would have gotten us to that 9 mark on the 2 that he missed. But yeah, he went for 15 against LA and then 12 against Memphis. So kind of in the zone right now. That was on January 6th and January 7th, averaging 30.2 minutes per game, 1.2 fouls, playing a very clean game right now, 9 rebound chances a game over this 5-game stretch, and 7.8 potential assists during this time. So he's been kind of like turning things up. If we look at the head-to-head, see how that looks. It's a little bit tougher, but the last time he played them on December 28th, he did go for 9. So that would be pushing us now at 9, but I feel like he's in rhythm right now, and I like him to be able to get this done. Let's see, we have a note from Outlier. Well, they do have a note here. He's failed to exceed 8.5 rebounds and assists in 15 of his last 19 games at home. So not playing as well at home. So hopefully he can get this done for us. But in this situation, though, there's so many guys out. Like, he's getting extended minutes now. So I'm sure that played a role in him not hitting over that longer stretch. If we take a look at daily grind, they love his rebounds at 4.5. They have that at a 52.96% odds to hit the over. I'm just going to refresh this to make sure that the rebounds and assists. So yeah, they don't like the rebounds and assists now at 9. They have that at a 53.85% odds to hit the under, -137. So go with your gut. This was just favored to go over, and that 0.5 bump, they really didn't like that because it's at 8.5 on so many other platforms. So it's like, you're not recommending it for Prize Picks. I'm still taking it. I think he's going to be good for at least 10. That's just my take. But if you'd rather, you can take the rebounds at 4.5. They like his points over 14.5. The points, rebounds. You can see all of these if you wanted to look for some pivots there. Those are all the options that Daily Grind is suggesting. So yeah, that is going to cover it for my plays. If you guys want to check out Outlier, you can try this app for free. There's a link below. All you have to do is sign up through that link. You don't have to put in a code, and they're going to give you a week to check this out. You have all these different statistical categories that you can get into. You can really fine tune what's going on. You could take Kyrie Irving and whoever's out, you can just click for them to be out of the equation, and they'll show you what their numbers look like without them on the floor. It's really helpful. You also have injury reports that they're going to keep you up to date on, and then they've got this insights tab that's going to just give you little notes about players on particular props that they like to go over or under. So it's pretty dope. Go check it out for free, and I'll pass it over to Jordy.
All right, yeah. So to get me started into mine here, let me just reselect my screen. There we go. All right. So to get me started into mine here, I've got Scoot Henderson for over 20.5 fantasy score. Feel really good about this one. Over the last 10 games, he's hit this in 8 out of his last 10 games. He's hit this in 7 out of his last 8. He had a really weird performance here against Detroit. He only went for 1.7 fantasy score. He only played 19 minutes, but he only took 2 shot attempts and missed both. So really weird performance from him there. But you can see here, he's usually averaging about 9.3 field goal attempts. He's shooting 44%. I'm a big fan of Scoot. He reminds me of like a young Russell Westbrook. Obviously not as good, but he has that same like spastic energy and just super all over the place. So a lot of fun watching this guy. He's really crazy on the floor, but 20.5 fantasy score just seems really low. He's gone over this in 20 out of 29 of his games he's played this year. So I really do like this play to go over. If we take a look at that PRA I was telling you about at 17.5, he hasn't hit it as much, but he has hit it in 5 out of 6 head-to-heads against them. If we take a look at that fantasy score, he's also hit this in 3 straight against Dallas. He plays really well against Dallas. 37.5 is what he went for there. 26.2. 49.8 was his last performance against Dallas. So he had a monster game against them. Dude's a baller. So I do like this to go over. If you look at the injury report, no Jeremy Grant still, no Matisse Thybulle. Robert Williams is a game time decision now with a rest. Luka Doncic is still out. Kyrie's still out. Gafford's a game time decision. So I like this for Scoot. I think he can get over this line. It's going to be a fun game. So I hope Portland can just stay in there with some of these starters being out. I don't think the game's at as much of a risk as a blowout as it probably would be if they were all healthy. So we got 14th in pace factor with the Portland Trail Blazers against the Dallas Mavericks, who are 18th in pace. So it should be a nice, quicker pace game for sure. So liking this one to go over. Going to be taking that. And then this Rudy Gobert play, I'm strictly going off the head-to-head with this one. He's had 2 really big performances against Orlando. He's gone for 21 points and 22 points in the last 2 matchups. This year, he's been struggling to score the ball for sure. He's still gone over the 17 out of 36 games. 9 is really, really low. That's what we're getting it at on Prize Picks. He's pushed that twice and then gone over it, 17 times. But last year, he went over this 9 point score, 69 out of 91 games. So he's definitely just been struggling this year. I think he can get it going. In these last 2 matchups, he shot for 6 free throw attempts and 11 free throw attempts. So Orlando fouls him quite a bit. They don't really have a big who can hang in there very well with him. Mo Wagner is obviously out still for the season. Franz Wagner's out. Paulo Banchero is probably going to play limited limited time. But you know, they're going to have what's his name? Goga Bitadze. He's okay. He's definitely a solid defender as well. This whole team defends really well, but I think Rudy Gobert matches up really well against Goga, so I do like this to go over. He's shooting 81% from the floor against Orlando when he's played them. This year against everyone else, he's still shooting 63%. He's just not shooting a lot, right? So hopefully tonight he can get fouled and get to the line, because he's actually a pretty decent free throw shooter for being a big, and you know, getting to the line as much as he does. 68% is nothing crazy, but it's not horrible. So if he can get to the line a couple times, make a couple shots, I think in like a 33-minute share like he's usually getting, he can get this done. So that's what I'm going to be going with today. If you like anything else of Rudy, I would probably just go with his points rebounds at 19.5. He's hit that a little bit more, 21 out of 36 games. Had monster games against Orlando in both of those categories. So he's gone for 21 points, 22 points, 12 rebounds, 16 rebounds. So the points rebounds does look good as well. I'm just going with just the points. I just wanted to get the scoring done for me. So that's what I'm going to be taking. If you guys want to check out the optimizer from Daily Grind, it's not loading on my browser right now for some reason. I can't get it to open up. But if you guys want to check that out, go to dgfantasy.com. It'll help you cash a lot more. It's really awesome. You can look up players' names. They'll give you all the odds across all the platforms for it. But if you just open up the app right there at the front, it's going to show you all the best value for the day. And it's really, honestly, it helps you cash more, and it does pay for itself in the long run. You guys have seen Russo use it on his end, but I can't get it to open on my browser for some reason. So that's a little weird today. But yeah, so if you want to check that out, go to dgfantasy.com, use code BACKDOOR for 25% off. And if you want to check out Chalkboard's another awesome platform to play on. They're mobile only, or else we would honestly probably cover them in every video. But they're awesome because they run a ton of alt lines, so you can pick a bunch of different lines for the same player. They run alt lines on pretty much every play: 3 points, PRA, points, rebounds, points. A lot of fun over there. Go check them out. Use code BACKDOOR for 100% match up to $100 and a free play to help you cash your first slip. They also run like 6 specials a day minimum, so you can match your plays with a really good multiplier, like boosted multiplier or a discounted play. A lot of fun over there. So that's going to cover it all for me today, and I'll pass it back to Russo.
All right. Well, if you guys want to come join our Discord, you can take advantage of that parlay play promo and use code BACKDOOR and shoot us an email. We'll get you in here right away as soon as we confirm the code was used. You can also just go sign right up through Patreon. So Patreon manages our subscriptions. You just sign up over there, and then once you're in Patreon, there's a settings option for connected apps in the menu bar. And then you can just log into Discord from Patreon. Don't forget to follow us on X, TikTok, and Instagram at BackdoorFS. That's just our social account across all platforms is just at BackdoorFS. And then don't forget to follow our new channels at Jordy BDFS. He's got videos up, plays for tonight, and I do as well. So it's just at Jordy BDFS and then at J Russo BDFS. Come check out our channels, and you just never know when we're going to be posting on our own channels. We're trying to keep somewhat of a schedule for Backdoor Fantasy Sports, but these personal channels are more about convenience. You know, sometimes the board's looking good and we don't have to collaborate and schedule and see when we're both free. We can just jump on and put together a video and put it out for you. So make sure you're subscribed to both of those channels and turn on your notifications so you're notified when we drop a new video. But we appreciate you guys so much. Enjoy the 7-game slate, and we'll catch you in the next one, guys.
Good luck, guys.